Welcome. You're listening to Sports Econ 101, the show where we discuss sports topics from a business perspective. I'm your host, Edward Brown, along with my co-host, Mike McDowd. I'm not sure if Russell's going to join us today, but at each commercial break, we're going to ask a trivia question. And Mike, you're going to like this a little easier because this time it's TV theme songs. A little bit easier. Nothing to do with volcanoes or planets or stellar stuff. Make it a little easier for you. Now we're going to have a guest coming on in the next segment. Mike, you want to reintroduce him only because he was on our show last year.
Well, first of all, I take umbrage at what you just said. I'm not that bad at trivia questions. I don't care what you say, but I have a pretty good percentage, and when I nail them, I nail them. So, anyways, yes. Don't get to join you with my camera today. Don't know what's going on, but yeah, we got a special guest, and we had him on last year. His name's Jonathan Anderson. Who is he? Well, if you know anything about baseball, MLB especially, and Little League, in Little League, he is something to behold. So, Jonathan is the defending world champion manager of the Lake Mary, Florida, defending champs 2024. They are still the defending champs. We're going to talk to him. So much to talk to him about. Has his life changed? What about the kids? Book deals? Because we talked to him just a few short days after they won the championship. They hadn't even done their parade yet. And so I'm really curious to see how Jonathan and his kids and his family, and if life has changed. He's a great interview. He knows how to talk. He's got personality. I can see why his kids love him that play for him. And let's go.
Okay, all right. Audience, stay with us. You're listening to Sports Econ 101. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back with our guest. Welcome back to Sports Econ 101. I'm Edward Brown along with Mike McDowd. Mike, please introduce our guest.
All right, I got to do it. Here we go. I've been looking forward to having him on because we had such a great time the last time. Consider him a friend of our show. And we want to welcome in the defending 2024 Little League World Champion Manager and Jonathan Anderson. Jonathan, welcome back to Sports Econ 101, heard coast to coast, border to border, and around the entire planet. We especially salute our men and women that serve in the military. And Jonathan, had so much fun with you last year, we had to invite you back. But I guess the key question is, we are going to talk about what occurred because your team is still the defending world champions. You made it into the playoffs. Things didn't go the way you wanted to. But before we get there, let's talk a little bit about how life has been since we last spoke. I think this is the number one question is, oh boy, has life changed for you? Did things get crazier? Did they get better? How has your life evolved and your kids since you've won a Little League World Championship?
I mean, thank you for having me on, guys. Like you said, we had fun last time I was on here, so let's have some more fun. Yeah, it was like you said. You caught me right before the parade. The parade was big. We went to Disney, Discovery Cove, Universal. We did a lot of things, the boys and I and our coaching staff, and it was fun. And then kind of the turn of the year, things settled back in again, and it was back to the grind because we wanted to try to repeat. Like you said, we want to be defending champions. We want to do it again. So it kind of settled in and the grind started, and then All-Star season started again, and you started running into people from Florida and district administrators from the Florida, and they're all congratulating me because they haven't seen me since. So it all ramped back up. And obviously it didn't end the way we wanted to, but that's okay. That's baseball. That's why we play the game.
How many players did you lose because they aged out?
We had a roster of 12 last year, and we 10 aged out. So we had Christopher Chico Droff and DJ Mieses who returned. Great players, great leaders of the team, and ended up in fact, going to Taiwan to represent Team USA.
Oh wow! Yeah, I was thinking about it. That I was like, I don't know how many
Yeah.
total
So
how many total teams enter into the Little League World Series generally, usually.
oh, it's I think it's that like 2,500. It's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a
So
lot of teams that make the World Series or that entered, I guess, like international all-star play.
so you got to think. I mean, the odds of winning it are so slim, compared to, let's say the Yankees winning the World Series, that sort of thing, because there's only so many teams, right? I mean, it's amazing what an accomplishment that
Right.
is, and you guys, you're like celebrities throughout the town, I'm sure.
These kids are loved by everybody. They're
Sure, there's the pride of.
Jonathan. Oh, I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
Jonathan. Um, all the scenarios I was thinking about you having on again, and you just mentioned it. So many teams, and you're the final team that not only gets to the finals, but you win the whole thing. And you kind of hit it, but I mean, there's got to be one or two stories that stand out in your mind of how. Well, how about this? Is there a pinch me moment that you found that you said, "Are you kidding me? We won the Little League World Series." Do you have a pinch me moment?
I mean, yeah, I mean, that bunt that Hunter put down. Even DJ's flare that got over the infield that my son scored from second to tie the game. That was a pretty big moment. That was a cool moment because I started swinging my arms like this because the whole crowd started chanting USA. And that's crazy to have 20 plus thousand people kind of switch the momentum of the game and start chanting USA. And you're a part of it, right? You're now Team USA essentially.
What was the team that you beat?
Chinese Taipei. They were out of Taiwan.
And they usually, I mean, I remember, 30 years ago, they were always in the last, the finals or the quarterfinals.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, they dominated.
And they're going to do it again this year.
They're
going to do it again this year.
Yeah.
They dominated. Taiwan
Yeah.
was the team. I mean, they were a force. We never beat them in the 70s and 80s that I remember. Maybe even the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
what was the final score?
Those kids are just so 2-1.
Wow.
2-1. So in the top of the sixth inning, we score one run to tie it, and then we score the second run in the eighth inning.
Okay. So one extra innings. Wait a minute. Usually the home team, aren't you? USA.
No, we were away. So Taiwan went through the tournament undefeated, so they got to pick, and they picked home.
I didn't know that.
Or no, they picked away. We were home. I'm sorry. You're right. We were home.
I was gonna say because
We were home.
I mean, I always remember the Little League World Series.
We walked it off.
USA has always been the home team, but I didn't know that they had like a choice.
No, they picked it. So Taiwan, because they went through the whole tournament undefeated, they picked away and gave me home.
Well, I wonder why. That's usually home, home.
Right. I think it's I pick away a lot too. I think it's an age thing with the 12-year-olds. If you can get up to bat first and start to score, then you give yourself you relieve yourself of a little bit of pressure. Now, if the game's tight at the end, then it can get a little, which is what happened to Lake Mary this year. But if you can be away, you don't have to. You're not the first one on the field pitching, so those nerves kind of go away.
Sure.
And if you can score, then you kind of you're leading the train. You're pushing the trains down the track, and all the pressure is relieved off you, and you're kind of in cruise mode. As long as you can handle that bottom.
So, okay. They picked away, so you were home. Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah. I can only imagine how nerve-wracking being the manager is. The kid's a little nervous. But
Right.
the manager, you can't actually play the game, so you're just having to rely on the kids. I mean, I still remember.
Correct. Right. You're not executing. You're not doing anything. Right. You're just you're moving pieces around, and you hope the kids' numbers that you call execute when it's their turn. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, but you practice so much with them, that I don't want to say it's automatic because, they're 12-year-old kids and, they only have so much ability. But it's amazing when I've watched the kids play, during any of these tournaments. Some of their fundamentals are so good. It's incredible.
Yeah, hey, Jonathan,
Correct.
I think
Correct. Like you said.
one thing to keep in mind with the Little League World Series, whether it's this year or last year. By the way, before I get to this question, I've been watching the Little League World Series. I've been enamored with it.
Yeah.
It's so special. Let's face it, it's gone to the next planet as far as coverage. I mean, the ESPN coverage is second to none. The kids are. I mean, it was awesome to see the Mets and the Mariners show up the other day for their game. And Jonathan, one thing that I thought about is, and do your best to try to convey this. Okay, there's so many teams in America alone, but the ability to put a team together, because every Little League All-Star team thinks they're the best, they've got the best blue chippers, whatever. But the bottom line is they don't. And you guys found the right formula, the right chemistry. What was the secret to your success? Because obviously you had the correct a bunch of kids, the right formula to do something so extraordinarily special. I mean, that's gotta kind of blow your mind. I mean, that you had the right players to win the whole thing.
All right, we're going to let Jonathan answer that when we come back, because I also wanted to find out, like, how do you do the All-Stars? Because I'm sure there's certain players you'd love to have, but you're not allowed to because they're not in your district. All right, here's our first trivia question on TV themes, and as a reminder to both Michael and John, if you know the answer, Jonathan, don't say anything until we get right back. TV theme songs. I won't sing it because that'll give it away. Making Our Dreams Come True. What TV show did that come from? Stay with us. Sports Econ 101 will be right back. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back to Sports Econ 101. I'm Edward Brown, along with Mike McDowd and our special guest, Jonathan Anderson. First trivia question. The TV show, what was it? The theme song was Making Our Dreams Come True. What was the TV show?
Making Our Dreams Come True.
If I sing it, it'll be easier, probably.
Oh, is it? Come on, Michael. You got to help me out here. I got the baseball question last year.
True.
Right?
Oh, hold on. Well, no.
Austin Pepper Corporate.
Can you give us a decade?
The 70s.
The 70s.
Oh, yeah, I'm out.
I'm
out.
Do it on the north set and go now. Got a dream and we just know now. Making our dreams come true. You don't remember that?
Oh, I'm gonna see it my way.
Yeah.
There's my
Right,
way.
okay.
What show was that song?
Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne and Shirley. See if you don't.
All right.
Hey, Jonathan, how old are you?
I was born in '83.
Oh, no wonder. No wonder. I'm sorry.
Right.
Oh boy. Then one of these questions is going to be probably impossible for you. The other one, maybe not because it was popular. All right, so we have Jonathan Anderson, who is the manager of the 2024 Little League World Series. Go ahead, Mike. Ask your question again.
You're defending champs, by the way. You can't take that title away until the next team wins it. So let's give them all the kudos we can. But Jonathan, the again, thousands of Little League teams in this country, worldwide, but yet you guys have the magic formula, the chemistry that just worked. Talk a little bit about. Listen, we played Little League baseball. I dreamed of going to the Little League World Series. We all wanted to go there. Never got there. And in fact, I remember one team in the Marinwood Dixie Little League that, this team's incredible, man. They've got the right stuff. And we all thought they were a good team. Guess what? They didn't even get out of the county. And so the point is, you had the right mix of players. What was the secret to success? Because it is a phenomenal, almost, it's like winning I guess a Super Bowl, or maybe even more difficult.
Yeah,
right. I mean, there's some luck involved. You've got to have the baseball gods on your side. Essentially, you have the talent, you have the players. We talked about being the coach and making moves, but the kids have to perform. So you're making the right moves at the right times, and
Yeah.
it's just like you said. There is some secret sauce into it. There's some luck involved. There's some things going your way. Umpires making that's the part. Like one injury, things can change. One bad call, one call by an umpire, one bad play, one bad pitch, everything can change. And I mean, if you guys go back and watch what happened to Lake Mary this year, you'll see the epic change that can happen in just an instant. In an instant, you think you have it all figured out. I could tell you that the internet would have told you that we would have been the team to beat this year, and we were so good and we were so talented. But when the universe tells you it's not your time, it can take it from you real quick, real fast.
How far did you guys make it?
We made it to the Southeast Regional Final. If we made it to the Southeast Regional Final. The score was 4-0. It was the bottom of the 6th inning, and we had 2 outs. We were going to win and go to Williamsport, and fate said, "Not today, sir."
That must be really disappointing for the kids, but not the other team, obviously. But how did your kids deal with it?
Right, and I mean, it was hard. There was some down children. There was some crying. There was some disbelief. I mean, everyone in the city would tell you that they're in utter shock. Everyone was in shock because it was just almost impossible. The impossible happened. The unthinkable happened, and I mean that's baseball. That's why we play. That's why you got to get 18 outs. That's why you've got to compete till the end. It was a great wake up call. It'll transform Lake Mary Little League. It'll help us get better. It'll help us be stronger. So it's a tough defeat, but it happens.
You're thinking a lot better than I would. I'm telling you. I think that
we see
in South.
We see some of the little leaguers.
Go ahead, Mike.
Your son's in the background there. So if you want to bring him in, let us know because we'd love to see their faces. I mean, this is live radio.
Yeah, I will. I'll grab him.
I love it.
Come here, Christian.
That's my son.
Yeah, I'll bring some in. Do you see the sign? Do you see the sign behind me?
Yeah, I see part of it, but yeah.
That very nice. It says Little League World Series champions. Very nice, very nice. And this is your son that played.
All right.
And this is live
That's
radio,
Chase. He
folks.
played last
You gotta
year.
love this. Hey, Christian, well, congratulations, and it's great to talk to you. This is totally impromptu. We did not plan this, but boy, I know you won that title. Is it a dream come true?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's what we all wanted to do. We all wanted to win the Little League World Series. We all wanted to. That's the goal we set. We put a lot of hours in over the summer. We put in a lot of work, and it all came. It all came to fruition, and we won. And it's something these kids can take forever. Like you said, this whole entire year, they're still the defending champions, and they can always say that they were the first team in the state of Florida to win.
Yeah.
They have a lot of things that they can go home with and tell their kids and grandkids. And
how was it
we were knocking on the door this year.
How was it for the kids when they went back to school?
Oh, the fanfare and the welcoming from all of the kids was huge. Yeah. I mean, I know my son went to Sanford Middle, so they did a big thing. Like the first Friday, they pretty much let all the kids. There was 3 kids that went to Sanford. They got to take pretty much Friday off and just sit out in the middle of the class during lunch, and they made baseball cards for them, and they got to sign them for all the kids at the middle school. And I know Markham Middle had a big gathering. They had all the kids show up early, and when the World Series kids showed up, they were just clapping their hands and cheering and giving them high fives. And same thing with Orangewood. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool what they did.
Yeah.
And the way the county, Seminole County, Orange County, the city of Lake Mary rallied around them.
Have any scouts come knocking yet?
No, I mean, not. They didn't knock on my door and let me know that they were here. Maybe they were, but they're not telling me.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that, you can just imagine the kids just being, seventh heaven when they have all the kids, all their kids looking at them like celebrities asking for autographs and all that. That's great.
Correct.
Hey, Jonathan Anderson is our special guest here on Sports Econ 101, heard around the nation and coast to coast. And that would be around the nation, by the way. And of course, with our U.S. military worldwide. And Jonathan, one of the other questions I have for you is, well, listen, I don't know where to start because I know you're a good guy. You and I have spoke off the air. So I'm going to ask you a question. It's going to be a tough one. And I know you know where I'm going with this one. So you were really favored, and everybody's talking about, hey man, this Lake Mary team, something else, they're special. And you had a great run. Now that game against South Carolina, I read that you did something pretty controversial that has not even been done in Major League Baseball within years, and it has to do with an intentional walk. Talk about that and tell us what the thought process was, and I know
Well,
talk about that.
Tell us what happened, and then tell us the theory. Go ahead.
Here we go. All right. So we're up 4-0. We're up 4-0. It's the bottom of the sixth. Our starting pitcher has 13 pitches left. So, and he's mowing people down. He's doing well. We go out to the top of the sixth. He walks the first two batters. So now we're in, now he's eaten up 8+ pitches, and we have 2 runners on. He ends up getting the next batter out, strikes a guy out. We switch pitchers. That pitcher comes in, gives up a single. Bases are loaded. No big deal. The next kid he strikes out. We're good. Now it's the top of the lineup. 2 outs, top of the lineup up, bases loaded. We're still winning by 4. I think he works the count 2-2. Then it goes 3-2. And then he throws a pitch outside, 4 to 6 inches off the plate. Some Little League umpires call it a strike. This umpire didn't. So now it's ball 4. Leadoff hitter gets on base. There's 1 run in. The number 2 hitter, Joe Giulietti, comes up. Hands down one of the best hitters at the Southeast Regional. He hit a home run the night before. He's 7 for 11. He's their best player. No doubt he's the best player, arguably the best player in the Southeast Regional. We decide to walk him.
Mm-hmm.
We say, you know what? We're not going to let this kid beat us. A home run. If he hits a grand slam, we lose. We're not letting him beat us. We're going to go to the next guy. So we end up walking him. We go to the next guy. I think we get up 1-2 on the next batter. It ends up going 2-2. Our pitcher ends up throwing a fastball inside. The kid drops his hammer down, blasts it over the left fielder's head. Joe Giulietti is off the bat, just flying. He ends up scoring. All 3 runs score. We end up losing the game.
And so this kid Galletti, and it was Galletti versus Big Gravy, your ace Jacob Brown, and man, I mean, listen, you're dominating this game, and of course, this is life. This is life, ladies and gentlemen. So to experience this, it had to be. Well, listen. It had to be a teaching moment, as they like to say, and all you can do is use this moment and use it for life, right?
Hey guys,
100%. That's what I told the kid.
Hold on, guys. We got to quickly go to our next trivia question here. I'm sorry. Okay, really quickly. The next trivia question: Suicide is painless. What TV show did that theme song come from? Stay with us, Sports Econ 101. I'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
We got you.
Welcome back to Sports Econ 101. One more time, I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Mike McDowd and our special guest, 2024 manager of the Little League World Series champions, Jonathan Anderson. Our second trivia question: Suicide is painless. What TV show did that come from, that theme song? You remember?
Some crazy show that Suicide is painless. I don't.
Yeah. But in the theme song, they don't sing it. And it's because suicide is painless, it brings on many changes, and I can take or leave it if I please. TV show is MASH.
Is this the one I have no shot in on?
Say again?
I said, is this the one that I have no shot of knowing?
No, the next one is. Sorry. At the time I did this, I didn't know who's going to be our guest, and I thought, we'll have some ones from the 70s because Mike likes to. Sometimes he'll get some older people on the show. So, Mike, go ahead, finish off your question again.
Oh no, we were just talking about the scenario, and before I even say it's a lesson of life, Jonathan, what was I mean, what you did is not a normal baseball move. What motivated you to to try
Hey, the
this?
Bad News Bears did it in the movie in the 1970s. They did that same move. So listen, if it worked out, you would have been a hero.
Right. And that's the part. So one of the announcers there was Greg Olson. And Greg Olson was a closer in the MLB, and he intentionally walked Barry Bonds with the bases loaded.
Really?
I think he said they were winning 10-7 or 10-8 in the moment. They intentionally walked Barry Bonds, a run scores, and then he gets the next guy out and he gets the save. So it's crazy that he's there and he's like, yeah, I've been a part of this, and boom, the ball gets hit and you can hear him go, oh no. Just knowing, like, it's like you said, it's a controversial decision. These are 12-year-old kids to do that. I mean, hands down, this kid was one of the best players, one of the best players. And to anyone that's into Little League World Series, Joe Giulietti might be the best hitter up there today. His first game there, he hits a double off the wall and then he hits a grand slam. So it kind of validates us, essentially. But but again, it's fate. It's fate. It's the baseball gods. We might have rattled their cage. You're not supposed to walk someone with the bases loaded, let alone a 12-year-old kid who hasn't proven himself fully. And then it comes down, and it's a teachable moment. It's a teachable moment for the kids. You got to tell them that this is something that happens in life. This is for someone. I don't know if it's for the coaching staff, if it's for the pitcher, if it's for one of these players. Like, someone is going to fuel you to do something bigger in life. We might not know what it is yet. It may not happen in my lifetime. It could trickle down. It could trickle down past these kids onto their kids. We don't know. But it was meant. It was meant to be for someone. There's a reason why we lost. There's a reason why they won. And you move on. But we're following South Carolina. South Carolina won today. They beat Hawaii, so they're still in it. They're still fighting. And I mean, maybe they prove that Lake Mary got beat and they were defending champs. But South Carolina wins the whole thing and just lets you know that Southeast are two-time World Series champions.
Yeah, Jonathan, I thought that team from Honolulu was really good. Was it West Honolulu? I think it is. South Carolina defeated them 3-0. Japan over Mexico. I watched that Mexico-Puerto Rico game on Saturday. That was a great game. And Japan must be pretty darn good to defeat Mexico 6-0. So that there's some good teams in this Little League World Series. One really interesting question I have for you, and so you've won the title. What type of opportunities have come your way? Rare speaking engagements, shows, any sports talks or TV, radio shows have you done? Anything as far as a book possibility? Any of the kids had any unique opportunities or book possibilities? I know, and hit that. Also talk about the documentary that was done.
Right. ESPN did a document. ESPN followed a few teams around last year while we were up there, and obviously, great story that they followed us and we won it. So that was amazing. That ESPN documentary, Big Dreams. I've done a few podcasts here and there. Nothing too crazy yet. There was one speaking engagement, but then it got canceled. So I haven't really capitalized on that or been asked to do too much of that. I mean, I'm still in this. I still want to keep.
Yeah,
I want to keep coaching this team. I want to keep this run going, and I do want to keep myself available. And you're right. Like my sales job that I had ended up having to let me go just before the summer started, and I haven't replaced the job yet. I wanted to be available for these kids, and if you start a new job, you don't really get vacation. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out which my next endeavor is, my next career, my next life. you
And
know,
then,
work wise. So
yeah,
it's
how does that how much do you think that helps your resume? Winning
I don't know. I haven't pushed it. I haven't pushed it too hard yet. I've only been home for a week and a half, and
yeah.
I mean, it could, right? My name's out there, my face is out there. You know that when I'm dedicated to do something, it comes through. So I'm a competitor. I'm a winner. I do a lot, so it could help.
Yeah.
I mean,
What kind of
I love doing this. This is
Sure. Oh, sure.
Jonathan,
I was doing kitchen cabinet closet door sales.
Hmm.
That's what I was doing prior,
Jonathan,
and then graduating from college, I was an engineer, and I have a professional engineering license as well.
wow. Some encouragement to you, Jonathan. Use this beautiful gift that you've been given to. Use it to your advantage. You're not using it. You're just using something that was given to you. Let people, I mean, because it says a lot because. I'm sorry. I know a lot about. I've played a lot of baseball. I know a little bit about the game. Been around it. Been around big leaguers. Been around some major college players. And to do what you did, I mean, I don't. I'm paid to to talk. I'm having a tough time articulating because what you did is so rare and so unique. It is a one of a kind situation. And so I say, Jonathan Annister, skipper, manager, use it to your advantage. Go get him because the world. You have a lot to offer the world, and you know how to lead championship teams. That translates. I'm sorry, it does. So
Well, especially being the first in
I
Florida.
know,
I mean, did Governor
right?
DeSantis invite you anywhere?
Yes. I mean, I guess we forgot to talk about that. Yes, we did go to the governor's mansion. We did talk to DeSantis. He actually very cool. He gave all of the kids 2 years paid college scholarships.
really,
Yeah.
Right? Crazy.
wow.
Crazy. All of the kids have 2 years paid college scholarships. So that's a foot in the door when it comes to playing college baseball
Oh my
because
God.
now these guys don't have to pay
How does
for
that
the
how
first
that
2
work?
years.
It depends on where they go or just anywhere they want to go, right?
In Florida, probably.
Boy.
I think it's in Florida, but anything. Like he said, you could go tech school, university, whatever path you end up choosing in life, it's paid for. The first 2 years, Governor DeSantis has got you, is essentially what he said in his speech. And I mean,
Wow.
that was a cool moment.
I wonder, is it they have like a slush fund that because I'm sure you didn't pay for it personally. You're talking a lot of money for.
No, I mean, we have Bright Futures. So Florida has Bright Futures played for by the Florida Lottery. I don't know if he made some phone calls there and got it set up. And Bright Futures usually does 50% to 75% to 100% based on just how you do with your SATs and your extracurricular activities and your GPA. So maybe he somehow got it done to where these kids skip that for the first 2 years.
Oh, that's right. That's dead.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's
And,
really cool. I like that. Hey,
yeah,
listen, a lot of pride.
I mean,
The kids.
it was an amazing announcement because now
I mean,
you don't have to worry about it, at least for 2 years.
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta add just 1 second. What a huge gift to the kids, to the parents
Yeah.
financially. I mean, that is something we haven't heard about this. Have you talked about this at all? Because this is breaking news to us.
Right. I guess not. I don't know. I mean, like I said, we went to the governor's mansion and he brought it up and he gave it to the kids. I knew where he was heading, and I kind of told the kids, I was like, you guys might want to be quiet and listen to where this is gonna go, because this is a lifesaver probably for a lot of families.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, people have 529 plans and they kind of set it up, but life gets in the way and sometimes you might have to use it. But to know that your kid is going to be able to go to college for at least 2 years and you don't have to worry about paying for portion of it for that part, you just got to worry about room and board.
Yeah.
That's
Listen,
a big deal.
anything other than zero is a gift. Right? I mean,
Right.
That's pretty special. So now now that you're kind of looking for a job, maybe you call on them again. Hey, you remember me?
Right. I haven't gotten that far yet. I haven't gotten to him, but you are right. I do have some people that I know. I could probably make a call and see if they have anything available.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's taken a few days to get back to reality after getting the rug pulled out from under you in Georgia. It was you dedicated your summer to this and you knew your team was good. and it just got taken. So it's a you get back to reality, and now you got to get back to the grind. So
Yeah,
here we are. But you see, I'm at the little league fields. We still got to coach. We
That's
still got to
right.
coach the youth.
yeah, and the thing is, Jonathan, and I unfortunately my darn camera's not working, but I can see in your eyes that you're emotional about this. This is something that really hits your heart. It hits your mind. It hits your other coaches' hearts, and because it's something that you work for so hard. And talk a little bit about. There's another question I want to talk to you about, but the training that goes into this. I saw some video. You have some of your kids in harnesses. The techniques have evolved since I played the league. We had none of that stuff. But the intensified, specialized training is really on a whole nother level, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we have talented baseball players, and like you said, the fundamentals, right? The fundamentals are amazing with some of these kids. So what can you do to push them a little bit harder to get them better? And that's what it was. That's now it was more about physical toughness and mental toughness to get them through the grinds, to get them through the situation that they ended up in Georgia. Because prior to that, we were beating everybody badly. I think we run ruled, and they put up the number. It was like 106-4 was our run average. Right. It was crazy. It's crazy. It was like 106-4 from states on. And then we get into this one game and we're up 4-0. And we've only got 4 runs scored on us in the last month and a half. And boom, there it goes. And that's what we were trying to prepare them for when the walls start to close in on you, when it's hard to breathe, when your heart starts beating hard, that you just go back to your fundamentals and your talent. And
Also
maybe it happened too late. Maybe
it's like it's not like one of the kids made a really bad error, or something like they were passed the ball.
No.
It was just a pitch and a hit. They're part of an exciting story. They're having a losing end. Hey guys, let's go to our last commercial break. Okay, here's the theme song. It's called "Best Friend." So I'll sing this one for you. Just oh, you're my best friend. It's kind of tough because it's just 2 words there. All right, stay with us. You're listening to Sports Econ 101. Don't touch that dial. We are going to be right back.
Well, the best friend.
Welcome back to Sports Econ 101. Last time for today, I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Mike McDowd and our special guest, Jonathan Anderson. Best friend. Mike, what was the theme? That was the theme song.
I don't know if this is it, but talking about my best friend.
That's right.
Yeah, was it Buffy and Jody?
No, that was
What was
Family Affair. Courtship of Eddie's Father.
Oh, geez. Oh, right. Okay. I'm just looking away. What the hell is
I don't
this?
know these TV shows. Sorry, I'll have to have something from Morty and what's the other? Something in Morty. I don't watch those.
I got nothing.
Rick and Morty.
I don't know what you. I think you're saying like Rick and Morty or something. I don't know.
Rick and Morty.
I don't know those shows.
I don't know.
I don't know those shows.
All right, Jonathan, are you ready for our? Okay, first of all, our silly joke of the week. The opposite of artificial intelligence is natural stupidity. That kind of goes along. And you ready for our thoughts of the day? Here we go. I get plenty of exercise at work, jumping to conclusions, pushing my luck, and dodging deadlines. There you go. That's my work. And all I ask is a chance to prove that money can't make me happy. That's all I want. Just a chance to prove it. You always hear about money can't make you happy, right? All right.
Do we have time for a quick question or no?
Very, very, very quick. Go ahead.
Jonathan, the magic of the Little League World Series. What was it like to be around the big leaguers, and which teams came to have a big league game last year? What was it like for your kids?
Oh, it was amazing. So we had the Yankees and the Tigers.
Cool.
What was that like?
So Juan Soto back then. Oh, crazy. When the Yankees came in town, crazy. Because, everyone wanted to see the Yankees. And being in Williamsport, the New Yorkers, it's not very far for them to travel. So Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, Mike Stanton.
Very good. All right, audience, tune in next week to Sports Econ 101. We're going to be discussing sports topics from a business perspective and asking more trivia questions. Thanks for listening. On behalf of our team, I'm your host, Edward Brown. We'll see you next week.
Way to go, Skipper. Lake Mary, defending champs.
So long.